Attention, please. The show starts in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Wow. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I think that sort of like just happened. But welcome.
Thank you, Rebecca. Hi. I just love that. I that just makes me laugh. Yeah, yeah,
Good
okay.
evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are truly excited to be back. Um, it's a very good evening from myself. My name is Rujeko. I am a digital business owner. I am a mom of two, a registered nurse, and I am a very passionate digital business owner. So thank you. Uh, Over to you, Bridget.
Hi everyone and welcome as we're now on this new amazing exciting platform. Um Thank you, Rebecca, for that. My name is Bridget. I am a mom of one and I have mom of a fur baby called Pippin. I must mention him. And I am also I am a digital business owner, but I'm also a therapist by profession. And I'm excited to be here, especially about the topic because it ties in nicely with my profession.
Oh, it does. It
Mm,
does. And no doubt, this is a topic that you deal with day in and day out. You probably touch, bits and pieces about this topic. I'm not enough. I've
yes.
been very much looking forward to it.
Mm,
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching us live, we would really, really love for you to drop in with your comments. Let us know where you're watching from. And even if you're going to be watching this as a replay, please feel free to comment. But yes, so today we are going to be kind of like dealing with I'm not enough. And I think one of the things that Bridget you mentioned, you said this is a huge topic.
big.
It's a huge topic. So
Mm,
we're probably going to touch bits and pieces and
mm,
areas of this
mm.
topic. Let's start with you because you're well vexed with this, and I would want that introduction, to be served and given right. You
Well,
know.
Rebecca, well, I will do my best.
Uh,
And I hope my best is enough.
it. I love that. It will be. It should be.
It is.
It
So
should
yeah,
be.
as you rightfully said, it's a huge topic, and I have
Yeah.
it's very few people that come to therapy that are not touched by this because
Mm,
you know from the day we're born, I
mm,
think it's understanding that there's no human being was not born enough, regardless of what you look like,
mm,
regardless of what your body is like. The challenge is when we begin to identify with anything other than who we really are. We're spirit beings that are having a natural experience.
mm,
Yeah, but our bodies, our mind, the rest of the things that you can see are part of what we have. But in ourselves, we are complete, we are whole. But then we come to our life experiences, you know, whatever you're born into, what kind of family you're born into, that's an experience you're having. Your
mm,
upbringing is an experience.
mm,
Your school life is an experience.
mm,
How people treat you is an experience. So
mm,
all these experiences, if we don't learn how to navigate, understanding that the experience does not define me,
mm,
it doesn't change. If you think about it, in all the
mm,
experiences you've been through, which one has changed, has stopped you being you? None. You're still you.
I don't want to answer that because if I answer that, we'll go into a completely different topic.
I didn't say change. I didn't say change anything. I said
Mm,
so experiences can change how you think, how you perceive, how you
mm,
feel, how you do things,
uh-huh.
but all those things that are changeable are
Mm.
not you. You are not
Okay.
They are not you. They are what you
Okay.
have or what you experience.
Okay.
So you that is you it can't be changed by experience. Otherwise you'd be somebody else. We should change your name. You shouldn't be rejected then.
I like that.
Yeah.
I know we've dealt with this one where yeah, we went into it.
Yeah.
You remains a constant. It doesn't
Yes.
change, but
You
it's the
remain a
experiences.
constant.
Mm,
But
mm,
all these other things that I go into and come out of experiences from birth is an experience from
mm,
till death, they're all experiences. So why am I touching on that? It's because a lot of the times, if we don't, if we are not taught how to uh, navigate life experiences, understanding they're just experiences, they don't define us.
mm,
One of the mindsets that we can develop along the way is the mindset that says, I'm not enough. So if you think about somebody maybe who's had negative experience in school, they may think themselves, I'm not enough because these people, somebody bullied me or somebody didn't like me or somebody, so I'm not enough for that person. And yeah, maybe that person may see you as not being whatever enough for them. But does that change your enoughness? That's a question for someone to answer.
mm,
So it's, and this for me has been one of the most amazing, I think, realizations in my own life. And so come for me to the challenge of business, Rejeko.
mm.
Yeah, business threw some curveballs at me.
Yeah.
Really did. It challenged me. Big challenge. And I'll be honest with you, the thing that challenges us the most in that whole issue of enoughness goes back again to what I think of myself as a business person, what
Mm,
I think of myself when I experience challenges. And when things don't go my way, when things don't happen the way I thought they did, when things take a bit longer than I expect them to, when things just don't happen the way I expect, it's the mindsets that come from that.
mm,
Maybe I may think, maybe this is too much for me, maybe I wasn't cut out for this. It goes back again because I'm not something enough for this. I'm not
mm,
clever enough for it. I don't have enough experience. I'm not,
mm,
those are just things that I can actually change. I can get experience. But when you start saying, I am not enough,
mm,
the barrier, it's almost like you close the door.
mm,
You just close the door. You literally create barriers for yourself so that
mm,
mindset is a limiting mindset. It limits me to
mm,
think it's me who's not enough. But
mm,
what if I just need some guidance? What if I need just a little bit more knowledge? What if I just need to grow in a certain area? Like I had to grow in the tech side of things. What if
mm,
I just need to expand? What if I need to try a different method, a different market, a different whatever? Does that
mm,
mean I'm not enough?
mm.
But if I
That's
label
true.
myself as not being enough, I've put a barrier on me
Mm,
rather than to understand that no, maybe that way is not enough for what I'm doing. Maybe this method, maybe this thing, that I'm attempting. Maybe this type of marketing is not enough for me. I have to try another one, if or for enough for the business. So it's the whole idea of then personalizing, which is one of
mm,
the unhelpful mindsets that ways of thinking
mm,
that we can engage in, making
mm,
it personal, making the challenge personal to you, that it's because I'm not enough, that's why it's not working.
mm,
Or it's why is it that I haven't achieved a certain, oh no, it's because I'm not enough.
mm.
immediately that's a you might as well shut shop, because
Mm,
now you're fighting with yourself rather
mm,
than to understand that it's this, maybe I have to learn, I have to learn the system of business. I have to learn, I've got a lot of expanding and growing to do. Uh,
mm,
Maybe I don't have I may not have enough knowledge or
mm,
enough understanding. I can
mm,
change all that. I can get all that. But to say I'm not enough, how am I going to
mm,
change that?
mm,
How am I going to change that?
mm.
So that's how I look at it, Rijeko. How about you?
Mm. That's really good. I like what you're saying there. I love it. I'm just going to recap quickly because, so one, you're saying, um, I'm not enough is actually it's a mindset that someone holds, and it's a limiting mindset. That's
Mm,
number one.
mm,
Number two, you as a person, you always remain constant. You always be you. It's
mm,
the experiences that are around you
mm,
that actually change. But
mm,
you as a person, you are not a person who's a not enough person. And
mm,
as you were saying that, I was actually thinking, I'm not enough mindset can
mm,
come in so many different ways, shapes, sizes, and words.
mhm,
As long as whatever it is that you're holding in your mindset is limiting you, is a negative mindset,
mm.
it's an I'm not enough type of, you know, uh, way that you
Yes.
are addressing yourself when you are not
Mm,
that.
mm,
So I'm not enough comes in many ways,
mm,
shapes, forms, sizes. And I can tell you yesterday, I think I was dealing with a I'm not enough situation.
mm.
And it's important to recognize and to be
Yeah.
aware that, look, this is just a mindset.
Mm,
But like you said, even if it's in a business,
mm,
there are ways around
mm,
tackling what you're experiencing. Like you're
mm,
saying, it could be trying um a different market, trying to
mm.
do that business in a different way.
Yes.
But you as a person, you are
Mm,
whole.
mm,
You remain to be who you are. It's the
mm,
situation.
mm,
And with that, I actually just want to come and say
mm.
it's not easy to recognize such when you're going through.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we should always bear in mind
Mm,
is that growth actually happens in challenges.
mm,
It really does. So,
mm,
for example, you're talking about, challenges that you're facing in a business, and you're
mm,
looking at ways around how can you try it different. That's
mm,
growing.
mm,
That's growing, and that's growing your mind. You may
mm.
not feel it at that time
Yeah.
because for sure you are fighting with something,
Yeah.
but the fact that you're willing to do that thing in a different way, you are
Yeah.
allowing yourself to actually grow.
Mm,
Growth means you're becoming
mm.
better, isn't
Yes.
it?
Mm.
Or rather, you're an improved version of who you are
Yes.
because you're
Yes.
allowing yourself to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And then another point I want to touch on is
Mm.
everybody is capable of learning.
Mm.
Everybody is capable of learning. I
Yeah.
think I always give the example
Mm.
that even us, when we started this nursing, we
Mm.
didn't know how do you
Mm.
give an injection. We were
Mm.
scared.
Mm.
We didn't know,
Mm.
how to actually be a nurse and what to do. But it's the
Mhm.
allowing yourself to actually learning and
Mm.
embracing it.
Mm.
Everybody is capable of learning.
Mm.
And I don't want to limit this topic just in the area of business. I
Mm.
really today I want to extend this topic to anything in your life
Mm.
where you are saying to yourself you are carrying the I'm not enough syndrome.
Mm. Mm.
And what's important here is the
Mm.
awareness that you as a person will always be you. As
Mm.
you are enough.
Mm.
But it's the situation, it's the
Mm.
circumstance, and it's the
Yeah.
experience. And
Mm.
to come around it, one of the ways is you are actually capable of learning.
Mm.
You are actually capable of learning new
Mm.
ways.
Mm.
How can I do this thing?
Mm.
How can I face this thing? It may not
Mm.
be easy because
Mm.
I know circumstances they differ.
Mhm.
Family challenges, situations,
Mm.
work challenge situations, you
Mm.
name it.
Mm.
As human beings, I think we've all been there.
Mm.
I don't know. Sometimes it's also good to stop.
Mhm. Mm.
Just stop.
Mm.
Stop fighting.
Mm.
S- just stop and reset.
Yes. Mm.
Because I think in many ways we are
Mm.
like a computer. Sometimes we
Mm.
just need rebooting
Yes. Mm.
and we start again.
Mm.
And I think this works in every area and every
Mm.
situation and every
Mm.
circumstance of our life.
Mm.
And I really personally want to extend this kind of broadcast
Mm.
to everyone that
Mm.
it doesn't matter what situation that you're going through.
Mm.
I'm not enough syndrome is just a mindset.
Mm.
It's a mindset.
Mm. Mm.
You
Mm.
can overcome that experience.
Mhm. Mm. Mm.
Yeah, I think that's really what I really wanted to say. And
Mm.
another thing,
Mm.
does perfection exist? Because I think that's an issue.
Yeah. That's yeah. Definitely. Does perfectionist do we first of all I just want to thank you so much for what you shared because you really covered everything and gave it's like you went round and gave us the whole picture, which is brilliant. I love the fact that you mentioned it, the whole idea of the way out of this mindset, of being limited by this mindset. You must be willing to learn.
Yes.
Learn how to think differently
Hmm.
because that's the only way you'll grow out of that experience. And
Yeah. Wow.
experiencing that mindset, you have to grow into something new and see
Mm,
yourself as something else and be willing to learn and believe something different from that.
that's
And there are
right.
ways of learning how to do that, of challenging and
Mm,
changing negative thinking so that
mm,
you can grow. So I love what you say, and not being the whole idea of understanding that your circumstances, your situation, it's just where you are. It's not who you
mm,
are. So you can
yeah.
grow out of that. So
Mm,
brilliant. Thank you so much for that. Now, coming to the
mm,
question you just said,
mm.
does perfection exist? We have standards. There are standards. Yes,
Wow.
standards
Wow. I like
exist.
that. We've got standards.
The standards.
Eh? Ah, no, no,
Standards
no, 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 no,
exist.
no. This one deserves an applause.
Thank you.
Standards
Yes.
exist. Yes.
Yes. It's good that we have standards
Yeah.
because then we all want to work at a certain level and be at a certain place, which is healthy for us.
Mm,
Because if we didn't have that, we could be living, substandard, which is unhealthy for us, living in an unhealthy way. And that mindset, if we understand that, we have standard, the mindset of I'm not enough,
mm-hmm.
is that
Yeah.
is that a healthy standard of
Mm,
thinking?
mm,
Will that bring you to the standard of living that you desire?
mm,
So in terms of perfection, someone once said to me, it's again, I think perception is at a view. It's a view of how you see things
mm-hmm.
because everything actually is perfect as it is.
Mm,
But your perception may be, I don't like it. The fact that you may be going through maybe an experience of failure.
mm,
And for you, perfection is everything has to be, you know, aligned in a certain way. But
mm,
but your experience of failure
mm,
allows you to understand what is it that is failing. What maybe it's my kind of mindset that I have in this thing that is not working. How will you know what's not working?
mm,
I read the story of the guy who invented, was it the guy who invented electricity, that he had so
mm,
many attempts, many attempts at it. If he had said, that's it, this is not perfect, I quit, or
mm,
whatever it is,
mm.
but what he was willing to do was understand that I have to go through, I'm testing and trying and testing and trying and testing. And does it look perfect? Does it
Yes.
look great while I'm doing that? No, doesn't feel great either.
Mm,
But
mm,
there's somewhere I want to get to. There's a standard of living I want. There's a standard of
mm,
achievement I want. And in order
mm,
for me to get there, I
mm,
have to be willing to go through the process. So when we're going through failures, discouragement,
mm,
disappointments, whatever,
mm,
yeah, it doesn't look perfect. It doesn't feel perfect. It's only part
mm.
of the process. It's a
I want to
process.
stop you there. I want to stop you there. In other words, it's okay to make
Mm.
mistakes.
Hallelujah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Like you said, like you
mm,
said, learning. Everybody's learning. Who
mm,
is the person that learns without making mistakes? I want to meet that
mm,
person.
mm,
Which one is that one? Doesn't exist because it's all part of the learning process.
mm,
So you fail in this thing, and for me, actually, I like to say, this thing failed. The way I did it here failed. So
mm,
let me try another way. Or if that
mm,
fails, then I know what's working and what
mm,
isn't.
mm.
But I don't, the idea of seeing yourself as a failure, it goes again to identifying yourself as I'm not
Yeah,
a failure. It means I'm something not enough in something.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not good enough in that, or I'm not excellent enough in that. No.
Mm,
There
mm,
are things that will fail. There will be
mm,
imperfections. There'll be
mm,
situations that fail,
mm,
but me coming back again and trying and this and that doesn't make me a failure.
mm.
Yeah. Because if I get success, am I still a failure then? No.
Exactly.
I've
Mm,
experienced failure. It's
mm,
not me. I've experienced failure just that in the same way I can experience success.
mm, mm, mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I love that. I absolutely love that, Bridget. And I guess how we can round off this is actually from what you've just said, is agreeing that everybody starts from somewhere.
Mm.
Even successful individuals who began with doubts and
Mm.
uncertainties, like you're saying, that guy who was doing, what was it, the electricity,
Electricity, yeah.
he started from somewhere.
Mm.
The KFC person,
Mm.
we all know the story of the KFC.
Yeah.
Started from some, how many mistakes? It says 1,000 times. It's like
Wow.
a fairy tale when you
Mm.
read about,
Mm.
how KFC actually started.
Mm. Mm.
But I love one thing about these kind of people who were very successful in what they did. They
Yeah.
never gave up.
Yeah.
They must have believed in themselves. They were
Mm.
constant
Mm.
in who they were,
Mm.
despite the experiences that was going on around them. Trying
Mm.
1,000 times. Was it a
Yeah.
thousand? It's not easy.
Yeah.
And I think he must have been 60 something when
Mm.
he hit Eureka with KFC.
Wow.
He must have been.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
that is determination,
Wow.
resilience at its
Yes.
best.
Mm. I love what you said because the resilience doesn't come from him believing in the circumstances. It's
Mm,
understanding that regardless of what I go through, regardless of the failures I'm going through, I am still me and I can
mm,
achieve success and I can, so the experience doesn't define me. The failures have not
no.
defined me. Because if he had said, well, I am a failure, I mean, 1,000 failures, come on, that means I'm a failure.
Ish.
No. He said, no, I will keep trying until I hit I
Mm,
have this idea in me that this thing must work. So I will
mm,
try all the very way until I find the
mm.
way it works.
And you know what I love? He never put age as a limiting factor.
There you go.
Ah,
In
if
other
you have
words,
found something at 66,
Yeah. So if you interpret that, if someone else would think, well, I'm not young enough, that if you want to play the I'm not enough syndrome, somebody could have said, well, I'm too old now, I'm not young enough to be doing this. He didn't
Exactly.
allow that.
Yeah.
Mm,
Mindset is everything, guys.
yeah,
Mindset is everything
yeah.
in life.
Mm, it is.
Mindset is everything in life. It all starts here. Don't let your experiences be a limiting belief.
Mm,
You know, allow yourself to actually uh, find out your maximum potential in life.
mm,
Allow yourself to
mm,
actually find out, you know, who else are you when you allow yourself to grow.
mm,
Allow yourself, give yourself, as long as that opportunity exists.
mm,
And honestly, as long as your mind, your heart is telling you this thing is for you,
mm,
allow yourself to give yourself that experience, that chance to discover your
mm,
maximum
mm,
potential.
mm,
Don't limit your mindset
mm,
because it all starts here.
mm,
I'm not enough is a mindset.
mm,
And today we are debunking it.
mm,
Wow.
mm, mm,
I think
mm.
those are actually my final words.
Oh, beautiful. I will just echo that don't allow yourself to be defined by what you've gone through,
Yeah.
where you've been, what you've
Yeah.
experienced.
Yeah.
Latch onto that. Like you said, Rijeko, allow yourself to experience your full potential. The only way you'll do that is if you are willing to let go of the junk, the mental, emotional, psychological junk that you carry along the way that says, I'm not this, I'm not that,
I
you
can't
are
do
who you
this.
are through it all
I
and in
can't
it all.
do this. I'm
Yeah,
stupid. I
yeah.
don't have this. I don't have
Hmm.
that.
I'm not clever enough. I'm not tall enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not whatever enough. I'm not
I can't talk. I'm not eloquent. I
good
can't
enough.
speak the language. I can't speak English.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey.
You pick one. They are all the same
Ah,
thing. I am not enough,
hmm,
which is a lie.
that's right.
Which is a lie.
I hope wherever you are, you have been inspired.
Mm,
If there's something that you left halfway along the way,
mm,
and you are now starting to understand that you are actually carrying a limiting belief
mm,
about that thing, I want to challenge you today. I want you to sit, think, and understand that it was a mindset that was holding
mm,
you back. You are enough.
mm,
You can do it.
mm,
Nobody else can do it except
mm.
you.
Yes.
That thing belongs to you. That
Mm,
job belongs to you.
mm,
That business belongs to you.
mm,
You can actually do it
mm,
because you
mm,
are actually enough.
mm, mm.
I think that's it for tonight from me. Bridget?
Beautiful. Thank you, everybody. And just to echo what you said, Rejeko, there
Mhm.
is you don't owe allegiance to your thoughts. Let
Mm.
your thoughts serve you. If you have a
Wow.
thought in there that's a parasitic thought, that's a limiting thought, that's a hindering thought, you are free to change the thought. You have no allegiance to those thoughts. Let thoughts serve you. Find
Mm,
thoughts that serve you, that
mm,
empower you, that encourage you, and hold on to those because they will get you where you're supposed to go.
mm.
And if you don't know how, don't judge yourself and criticize yourself again. Go find help. Go find
Yeah.
somebody who knows how to do that. How do I change my mindset? There are coaches out there, there are mentors, there are therapists, there are lots of different uh, people and in different jobs or roles that help people to change the way they think.
Wow.
So don't limit yourself to just because I've been like this all these years doesn't mean I have to be like this for the rest of my life.
That's right.
It's just something that you learned. It's just something that you've attached to. It's something you don't have to stay that way. So don't limit yourself. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Good night from us. See you
Good
next
night.
time.
See you next time. Bye bye.